here. We back here. We back in full effect. Welcome back to the MIG Wealth Academy. Um, so right quick, we gonna go get straight to it. We no sugarcoating and stuff. So right on this video, we're gonna be talking about support and resistance. Briefly in the other video, I talked about it, but support and resistance. We're gonna be breaking down how to find, how to set it up, how to draw it. Right now, we have Nasdaq in front of us. The markets is open, so everything should be moving. So we're gonna show you in real live on the live market how to set up your support and resistance. So we went over a top-down analysis looking from the daily. So from the daily, looking down, we got a bearish kind of trend. We got a downward trend. We got higher. We got higher, lower highs and lower lows. Lower highs and lower lows. Feel me? Lower highs, lower lows. So we got a bullish trend here, and it looks like a little consolidation with it. But first things first is drawing our support and resistance. So where you draw your support and resistance is crucial. So you have support and resistance lines, and you have support and resistance levels. So the lines would be that line, and the level is a general area. So you more so want to base your moves off that area and use the line as that final confirmation, like so. So first I like to go for my daily, because drawing your support and resistance on a daily or the 4 hour is going to be more effective on a longer time frame standpoint, because these are going to be more stronger areas of where you're seeing that resistance or seeing that support, whereas using it, maybe drawing a support resistance on 15-minute or a 5-minute is more volatile and not as sturdy, because you're going to see 5-minute support and resistance get broken and change all the time. On a daily, on a 4 hour, it's just going to be a stronger structure. So right now we're starting on our daily. So on our daily, we identified the trend. And now, before even identifying the trend, what helps you identify the trend is the support and resistance. So we're going to draw our support and or our resistance. What's easiest for me is to draw my ceilings first. So the ceiling is also our resistance. And we got to remember too, our support can become our resistance, and our resistance our support. So I like to find the most recent high. So this is the most recent high. You got a high right here, kind of recent, right? So we're going to use this right here, because this is really good. And I like where everything that maintained in it. We're going to redraw that real quick. So right here, from the bottom of this, from the bottom of that wick, and you had a doji there. So that was a good area, because you see the doji, right? So that's going to be our resistance. Reason being is because this little area right here, you see that wick right here, that's wick. So the top of this line would be our support, our resistance line, and this area would be our resistance level. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. I look for 3 to 4 wicks or touches. So you had 3 to 4. You had 4 wicks in this area. That's a good resistance area, because you see how every time it hit, it came down. Every time it came into this area, it came down, came down, came down. So we like this, especially from this point on. We like that. So now we're gonna draw our floor. So we're gonna find our floor. So it's obvious and it's sticking out, which is this point right here. This is the furthest wick. And as we see, once we draw our support, we're going to see multiple touches in that area. We're going to see at least probably 4 touches in that area. So that's going to be a good identifier of our support. For me, I like to make my support blue, and I like to make my resistance red. It just makes it real easy for me. You can do whatever color you want, whatever color floats your boat. But this is what just makes it easy for me. So now, based off of this, we got a resistance up here, and we got a support down here. So if you don't notice, every time we get to our support, it goes up, and every time we get to our resistance, it goes down. So we got our ceiling and we got our floor. So we're going to drop down to a lower time frame, the most next crucial time frame, which is the 4 hour. And the 4 hour really tells you the story of the day and what's to come, but mainly of that day. So seeing the structure here, we see a clear bearish drop. And we see it get to this area last time. It came up and it was bullish out of it. Came to this area is bullish. So now drawing out support and resistance makes it real easy to read the charts, because now we just reacting based off of what we see. Anytime we add a resistance, we want to sell. Anytime we add a support, we want to buy for the most part, based off of what we see in the confirmations. So what we see here, we came out of this area, buy, we sold in this area, we bought in this area, we sold in this area, we bought in this area. So that's how you draw your support and resistance on the daily. So now we drop down to the 4. Now we're gonna go down to the hour time frame. So the hour time frame. So say if I was trying to get a trade in right now, this to me looks really good for a buy, because we had it come into this area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. That's 7 hours. It came to this support line and then came into this support area or level and came out of this area. So when we see it like that for 7 hours, we got one or two things coming. We got a big push down, but more than likely, based off what we've seen the trend be and what we've seen history show us, is that anytime it comes in this area, it wants to leave out of it. And plus, it didn't close out lower than that previous low right there. So with that being said, that's telling me this is a good confirmation that we want to buy, and this is going to be bullish. So this is how you draw your support and resistance, and this is how you use it. So you could drop down to 15 minute. So you could drop down to 15 minute. Boom, right? And now this part of trading all depends on the type of person you are and what type of trading you want to do, right? Do you want to do scalping? Do you want to do swing trading, more long form trading? Do you want to be an intraday trader? So you got to decide how you want to trade. Are you want to be more in and out the trade? Do you want to be more, holding for a day or for a few hours? So with that being said, based off how you want to trade, you would now address what you see based off the support and resistance. We're going to go into that more in the next video, so stay tuned on that. I'm not going to go too in depth in that, but basically we're going to use these now support and resistance areas to now set up our trades, to make our trades, to make all of our trades, whether it's a sell or a buy. We use these areas to help identify what the next trade is going to be. So with that being said, we showed you how to properly identify and draw support and resistance. So now let's say for shits and giggles, right? You come down on the 15 minute and you want to draw a support and resistance, right? Or you want to draw a support. It's the same concept. So now we're just going to look from this 15 minute. We're on a 15-minute time frame, right? We're going to look from this candles. We're going to look from here to here. And we're going to draw our support and resistance just based off of the most recent shit we've seen, right? Most recent, right? So right here, I see longest wick right here. Boom, right? So this is a good support area for me. Boom, support area. Wow. Right? So this is now, if I'm taking more quicker trades, this is where I want to be at, right? 15 minute, 5 minute time frame, 15 minute time frame, do the same thing. So this is going to be a good support area because we have more than 3 to 4 touches. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 touches. You see how many times it touched? That's a good confirmation for me. That's a very good confirmation to make this a support. So now with that being that support, we're going to find our ceiling. Our ceiling looks like right here. Came up here, right? It's the most recent kind of ceiling. From here to here, most recent ceiling. So we're going to put this right here. Boom. Boom. Drop that. Boom. We're going to turn that red. And if it's inner, like say when it's on a lower time frame. So say I already did my support and resistance on a higher time frame. I'll come down to the lower time frame and I'll make the colors a little lighter. Make it a little different. You feel me? But in the essence, it's still that blue or it's still that same color. But I identify it as a lighter so I know which one it is, right? So right here, boom, boom, boom. This was a good area to catch a buy, right? So now from setting it up like that and using the support and resistance, you would identify a shorter term or a scalper or a scalp play from there, dropping down to maybe our 5 minute time frame and then dropping down to our 1 minute time frame and then so on and so forth. Now I'm going to show you on our next video, stay tuned, how to set these areas up and then find our entries. But thank you for watching. If this helped you, make sure you drop a like, a comment, subscribe, and let me know what else you looking at, or what, at the end of the day, there's thousands of ways to trade it. Remember that. There's no set one way to trade. This is just how I do things, and it may be how a few others do things. But stay tuned to learn more tips. And if you want to know anything, you want to tap into anything, leave it in the comments, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Make it great, and peace and love. Get it?